Hello, how are you? My name is Ruth and you are very welcome to my channel. Today I am going to bring you an update on my mission 100% cruelty free. So this is where I'm trying to use up my non-cruelty free items up and out of my collection. I had thought I was doing well with the amount of non-cruelty free products I had in my collection, but then we had a number of incidents even with the likes of Physicians Formula, Wet n Wild, Charlotte Tilbury, etc. that it has come to light are selling products in China or selling through China or have a pop-up shop in China or some sort of going through China. I don't really know how else to phrase it. And as such, a lot of my products that I would have considered before cruelty free no longer are. So basically, I had said that I didn't know if I'd do an update on this every month, but I've actually used up one product already, which I'm delighted with. So I said because I have an empty, it made sense to do an update so that I can introduce a new product. Whether or not I'll do another update next month or leave it maybe 2 months, I'm not quite sure yet. It depends on my progress, and that's the long and short of it. I think ideally I will do an update every time I have an empty in this project, I think. Or maybe I'll just decide to do one every month. We'll see. Which is whether, let's just get on, stop rambling, get into the video. So one of the first products that I had in this, I'm actually going to talk about the two of these together. These are Physicians Formula, which when they came to Ireland I was so excited because we could finally have access to them. And within a month they were no longer cruelty free and I had bought a good bit of product from them. And the reason I'm talking about these together is I put these two into this project together because I thought they'll work together properly. You know what I mean? They're not meant for each other. This is the same brand, etc. And this is a brightening complex for all skin types, healthy foundation, and this is the Spotlight Illuminating Primer. With age Define Actives. Sorry, it's really hard to read. Or maybe I'm just getting very old and can't read well anymore. But yeah, I thought these will go well together because, you know, they're the same company and I don't know that there's many other primers in the range, etc. Anyway, long and short for this, I don't think they do go well together. I find when I use these together that this foundation separates. Now today I have them on again and it doesn't seem as bad because I used a sponge to apply this as opposed to a brush. So whether it's a case that when you, maybe just this primer, I should try this on its own with no primer at all, which just seems so foreign to me now. I'm so used to using primers. But I must try it on its own and see if that still happens without any primer underneath it, that if I use a brush with it, it just doesn't work well. Maybe it is one of these foundations that needs a brush or a sponge to work well. There are some like that. And I do quite like this. I think this is a nice product, the primer. So I'll have to try this now with something else that, you know what I mean, works well with nearly all my primers and see what happens. But I was disappointed that they didn't, you know, really work well together. I have to say I'm not loving this foundation. I find it a bit finicky and I know it's a die-hard favourite for so many people. And I find this happens to me a lot. These, you know, products that people rave about just don't seem to work as well for me. Now maybe it's just because they have different skin types to me and that's, you know, quite possible too. Anyway, this is, I feel like I've made some nice progress on this. See where the red line is there, that's turned down to, so it's down to around the point where it says foundation on it. Now the reason I'm probably making so much headway with this is because I need quite a few pumps of it for it to, I say pumps because I know I have the doe foot back in it now, but I actually put a pump onto it because the doe foot just wasn't giving me, I was just going in and out trying to get foundation or product onto it and get it onto my face. So I've actually put an old pump from another foundation onto it. I just put it back on for this and for weighing it and that. But yeah, it takes maybe 3 to 4 pumps I could easily use. And I don't feel like I'm a cake face kind of person. I just, you know, like my skin tone to be evened out and to you know, make me look better than I do without makeup. So yeah, I think I'll actually power through this a lot faster than I anticipated. I thought this would probably take me all year. I don't think it will at this rate. This on the other hand, and I've used it as often as I've used the foundation, but I can't even see that I'm making progress, Joe, when I put it up to putting it up to the ring light. I can't see that I'm making much progress on it. But that's okay. Again, I expected this to be in for the bones of the year. So that's the two of those. So I'm glad I'm making some progress on the foundation. Next up is the highlighter. I won't lie, I've only used it a handful of times because I've been using other items in my other Project Pans and Project 10 uses and stuff like that. But this is the Wet n Wild highlighter in Blossom Glow. So as you can see, I had a pan on it last when I introduced it, so I'm just working away in that pan. So it's going to be slow and steady. Being realistic, both this and the foundation are probably going to come out of this if I start to get a bit of a colour this summer, because they're both quite light and I have darker items that I can put into this project. So I do feel these would be kind of seasonal products, but I'm just going to tip away at them and make as much progress as I can between here and then. And yeah, it's a nice highlighter. Maybe not my favourite in my collection, but not my, you know what I mean, nothing that I'd want to declutter, because I do enjoy using it. Next we have my lipstick that I had in it, or have in it should I say. And again, I've only used this a few times, but we're really getting there. If I was to kind of really get stuck into this and kind of focus on it as my main item next month, I think I could actually get this finished. So I actually use this twofold. I use it as a cream blush and I use it on my lips, and it's beautiful for both. Really works well. It has a lovely shine to it, lovely sheen, very hydrating. Actually a beautiful lipstick. Sorry, I never even said it's the L'Oreal Riche lipstick. I don't even know, I can't even read because the bottom is completely worn away on it. But these were lovely lipsticks, and I'm so sad they're not cruelty free, because I thoroughly enjoy them, and I have another two in my collection, and they're the kind of product that I would have bought more of if they were cruelty free. But alas and alack, they aren't. And then this is the item, the empty item should I say. So I kind of had a suspicion when I put this in. If you saw my intro video, I didn't know until that video, till I twisted it, and I realised, excuse me, my eyes are watering, how little I had left, and she all gone. So this is the Revlon. It's a very thin eyeliner. What do they call it? Colour Stay Micro Hyper Precision Gel Eyeliner in brown, and it was actually a lovely product. If anyone knows of something similar, it is a seriously tiny little pencil on it, nearly like an eyebrow pencil. I suppose you could use an eyebrow pencil on your eye, couldn't you? I don't see why not. But anyway, but it was fantastic for tight lining, because it was very easy to get up in there. You didn't feel like you were scratching the eyeball off yourself, or, you know, poking yourself in the eye. It gave good definition to the lashes, and it lasted really well and didn't transfer. So it was actually a great product. So another product that I'm really sad is gone, and that I'm really sad isn't cruelty free. But if you can recommend something to me that is a similar product that does exactly what I said. I know Hourglass do one, but I don't want to be paying that price for something that's only going to last me a few months. It seems a bit ridiculous to me. But I might end up doing that if I can't find anything else. So yeah, if you know of a product that's a really skinny, tight lining pencil that lasts well in the water, and I have very watery eyes. I suffer really badly from allergies. We're only into the middle of February. I went outside to pop something into one of my neighbours for like 5 minutes, and it's like I had been weeping uncontrollably. It was so bad. So yeah, I need something that'll stick on watery eyes. So what I'm going to bring in place of that is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And this is in the shade, it says bronzer, but I thought this looks much lighter than the previous one I had, I feel. This is it here. So the pattern isn't even worn off it. Like, this is practically new into my collection. Still has the lovely smell that they have. I like it. I know some people don't, but I thoroughly enjoy it. As for the product itself, I don't know that I love it as much as everyone else does. Again, it's another one of those cult products that everybody loves and adores. And while it's nice, I don't know, when something is hyped up that much, I don't know about you, but if something is really hyped up, I tend to expect miracles. That's the long short of it. I think that is going to be the second coming, and it is going to actually transform me into this glowing goddess that is 3 stone lighter and has spent the summer or the winter in the Bahamas. Oddly enough, it didn't do that. Shocking, I know. This is going in, and again, this is one of the lightest bronzers in my collection, so this will only be staying in until I get a bit of a natural kind of summer tan, or I start bronzing myself with fake tan, because that's usually what happens. I don't really tan. I'm not having the patience. I have the patience for sitting out lying in the sun. It's just never been for me. But I do like going out and about and hiking and walking and going to the beach and for walks and stuff like that. So I should get a bit of a glow. It should take the pasty pale ghostliness off me. So yeah, so this was to be a really short video, and it's already over 10 minutes. Classic me. I just don't seem to be able to shut up. Anyway, that is it. That's my update from a mission 100% cruelty free. Are you perhaps doing this? How are you getting on? Are you disappointed every time you hear that another brand that you really like or that you wanted to buy from turns out that they've been sneakily selling in China on this line? But yeah, any really cruelty-free brands that you adore and you love and you would highly recommend to somebody, because I'm constantly on the hunt. I'm on the hunt for new products to replace old, both in skincare and in makeup, and in hair care, everything really. So if you have any recommendations for me at all, please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really keen to find replacements for a lot of favourite products that I can no longer purchase. Anyway, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one, hopefully. Okay, take care. Bye. Slán.